Fairbury, a very unique small town here in the Midwest. Fairbury is, being in Fairbury is hard to describe. It's kind of easy because of all the things that Fairbury has to offer and the people that are here and the friendships and lifelong friends and family that you have here. So it's easy in that aspect, but Fairbury is unique because it's really not like any other town, especially racing town.
I'd say everything as a whole makes Fairbury special. The people that come there, especially the fans, the drivers, the crews, people that work there, just I think as a whole it creates something that's really awesome.
They bleed the dirt here. They're race fans, and if you move to Fairbury or you come to Fairbury, they talk about Fairbury Speedway, they talk about Dave's Supermarket. There's a couple iconic things here in Fairbury that you talk about, and they have a big passion for it.
You think Pennsylvania, you think sprint cars. You think Illinois, you think late models. Like, sprint cars are amazing, right? But you go to Illinois and it's like, late models are the thing, right? So you go to Illinois, you get the best late model drivers, the best late model racetracks, and Fairbury,
Fairbury is special because it is Fairbury. Simple as that. If you know, you know. It's right in the middle of town. It's got a huge support system with the whole town and the people there. It's like you hear people say all the time, it's kind of like a college game day vibe. There's lots of energy in the air. It's summertime when the PDC is there, so weather's good, everyone's feeling good, everyone's having a good time, and it's a weekend within itself too, where they got other things going on, and it's followed up by one of the best races that you'll see.
What is the racing like at Fairbury?
Don't blink.
Oh, on the cushion! And right there, it took it all from him!
Hammer down.
Elbows up, man.
Turbo gets a big piece of it. Go!
Eye-opening, exhilarating.
It's that good old Illinois racing, tight, close quarters racing, and you got a cushion, you got a bottom.
Oh my gosh, we got a race! It's officially getting faulty. More sliders in a White Castle. It's falls.
I don't know if it's luck or if it's just the way the racetrack is, but that place never seems to disappoint.
They're wheel to wheel, Hoosier to Hoosier. Who's your daddy? It's Bobby Pierce. Side by side of the PDC. Slide job in turns 1 and 2.
In, out, up. It's all over. It's great. It's awesome.
It's hard to win the PDC, whether you're the best driver in the country, whether you're, how many times you've raced it. And yeah, you got to think about it. When the first World of Outlaw 100 lapper came, Bobby was right there for the win on the last corner.
The talent, you look at the history books, the champions, the legends, the Hall of Famers that come out of Fairbury and that little central Illinois region. And Bobby never won one? Are you serious? He's been racing since he was out of diapers.
Our luck at the PDC has never been good. It was always bad. There was always something little to just, let's see, let me run through.
Bobby Pierce on the high side of Tim McCready. The Desert Juniors thinking about splitting the difference. Gives second spot to Bobby Pierce. With Tim McCready fighting back on the inside. Pierce still with so much momentum on that high lane. That's where he's done it.
There was a time where I was leading it, and then me and I think it was Josh Richards, we were throwing some sliders back and forth.
Bobby Pierce, a slider. Josh Richards going to cross him back. Down the back straightaway, Richards going to hold the lead. Pierce again to the high side, Richard to the inside.
And the right front strapping, holding the nose out there, it broke.
Defending World of Outlaws, cross and Bobby Pierce in the wall! And Bobby Pierce on his lid, my goodness!
Turned me dead right, went up the wall, flipped over.
He went in and he just went up on his side and just stood there. And the car just sat there. And then the slider for Brandon. Bobby Pierce slipped up. Here comes Shepard. He might have it something for him. Down the front straightaway. Bring us home, Rick. Here we go.
It's the final lap as Shepard has done it. He has spanked the horse and he's going after Pierce.
Oh
We're going to have a showdown. Slide job in turn number 4 by Shepard. Pierce in the wall. Shepard cuts him off. Checker flip. Shepard wins. Shepard wins. Shepard wins. Mike Marlar second. Bobby Pierce third.
The Kyle Larson one, 2021. Him and Larson battle it out oh so good.
For Young Money has taken on the big money here at Fairbury. Bobby Pierce has to settle for second again.
The one with Thornton there when he got slow and Thornton passed him.
Off of turn number 4, Thornton back to his inside and takes command.
Wow,
Pierce
Rick.
on the cushion.
We didn't know our right rear shock was coming apart. Luckily we finished because when we got it home, jacked it up, the shock come in 2 pieces.
And off of quarter number 4, he will win the 33rd Prairie Dirt Classic. Ricky Thornton Jr. wins it here at Falls.
There's some other things throughout the years, something always that just, set us back, got us starting in the back and had to charge through the field and just,
I'm sure that was definitely in his mind, but he's got so much resilience. He's won so many races that I think the scenario was, could he keep his composure?
Drivers and race fans from all over the country converge once a year in the small town of Fairbury, Illinois for one of dirt racing's crown jewel events. It's an atmosphere that is unmatched anywhere else in the country, and tonight we get to celebrate the 34th running of the annual Prairie Dirt Classic here at Fairbury Speedway. I'm Hannah Newhouse, joined here by Haley Jordan this weekend.
The PDC is extremely tough to kind of weave your way through to the future. It's a very unique format, one that I put together quite a while ago, and now you see a lot of crown jewels go into that format where there's kind of 2 days that set off. But the way that they do that is they hot lap, they qualify, and then they go into 4 features. And so the features, I mean, those things are just incredible. 25 lap shootouts that you have, and when you have 78 cars, I mean, you're talking full stack 20 car features for each one of these showdowns. And so it's extremely hard to get in that top 4. And if you're lucky to do that and you've worked your butt to get to that point, it rewards you by being in the PDC. But the 3 LCSs on Saturday are almost as good as anything else all weekend because it's a go or go home race.
When you have 80 cars and they all get 2 laps, plus hot laps, plus modifieds, if you don't qualify early on or get a good qualifying lap, if you don't qualify well against this group, you're in trouble.
The defending Outlaw champion out of Oakwood, Illinois, the Longhorn Vic Hill, Low Voltage Solutions, Rio Grande Waste Services, Hooker Trucking, the CMLE Transportation, Collin Brothers Towing, Carnegie Towing, Toyota, Danville Fast Food, Speed Shop, BP Racing Fuels, Churchill Transport, Lincoln Tree Service, number 32, the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce.
Checking in on Bobby Pierce to bring it off at turn number 4, 16th quick, 13.622. So Pierce gonna have some work to do in one of these qualifiers. He had put too much pressure on himself, and I think that led to overthinking things. And I got a chance to talk to his father, and his father, said sometimes when we race around home, we put a little too much pressure on ourselves.
But it wasn't a great start to the weekend, and we thought, okay, here we are, Prairie Classic, just another year here at Prairie Classic where something's going to go wrong.
And it just seems like things like that happen. I mean, and I thought, was ever going to have any luck to pull this off?
Yeah, Bobby obviously had a lot of problems going on. It was the heat of the moment, heat of the summer, everything's so frenetic, chaotic, and Bobby, battling, to get all the points he can at that point of the season to come back and win the championship. He's on the comeback at that point, and he's just trying to stay as positive as he can while everything around is being so negative from mechanical issues.
Started out with a broken motor, hot laps.
And Bobby Pierce up in smoke in the 32 car.
Then going for the lead on the Friday night, the old prelim.
Bobby Pierce is slowing. All of a sudden, it's Pierce.
Caution is out.
It's Pierce. Again, he has had a string of mechanical issues. Heartbreak for the 32.
Broke a drive shaft, and we didn't give up on it. We changed the motor, kept that same car, changed the drive shaft, kept the same car.
Everything that could go wrong for the 32 went wrong for the 32 at that time. And Bobby never put his head down. He said, I stayed up till 5, 6 a.m., saw the sun come up at the shop, working to make sure everything was right for this deal, and he just never quit.
continues to lead here, and now he's going to encounter the rear end of the tail end.
Here comes Hunziker now, bumping up with the race leader. He's going to dive down to the inside, clear back to the other side of the race.
So we finally make it to Saturday, the big show. The race starts.
Yeah.
Well, if these drivers, as they make their way onto the racetrack, cannot feel the electricity from the race fans that are joining us here at the Prairie Classic, I don't know what to tell them. They should take it back to the pit area because they have got to be strapped in right now and amped up. But the biggest thing is they have to be able to control that excitement and that anxiousness because it's a long time around this racetrack, 100 laps. And with the racing that we've seen here over the course of the last 2 nights, it has the ability to test even the most patient of super late model drivers that are here with us this evening. So what kind of game do they play? Do you play the aggressive and try to position yourself the best you can, or do you ride it out and attack late in the game? And of course, a lot of strategy having to go into it. There are drivers that are going to have to be aggressive early on, make their way through the field as fast as they can, and others who are going to be elbows up playing the defense. Because at the end of the day, Ruben, only one driver is going home $50,000 richer and a Prairie Classic champion.
Very early on, I realized I had a good car. So that's the first thing you think about. Heck, you even think about that when you're just warming up your tires and you're not even going green yet. You're just kind of feeling the car out. There's a lot of times where you know, like, okay, I think the car feels pretty good, and you drop the green flag.
The Courser's Performance green flag is out and the PDC is underway. So Tim McCready goes back to the top side and Nick Hoffman takes off with a lead.
And how about Bobby Pierce? He just slid across the nose of the 18 of Michigan.
He's cracked the top 10.
Inside the top 10, he's 9th down the back straightaway.
You're up in the booth calling the race with Ruben. At what point do you start to pay notice to Bobby working his way up through?
The drop of the green flag. I mean,
We knew one of the storylines was going to be that 32. We've seen him come from the back before, and we just had to keep our eye on the 32. I know there was comments and stuff like that of fans saying, oh, Mike Norris and Ruben just talking about Bobby. Well, how do you not talk about the driver that we know is going to work his way through the field?
like I hate to say it, but I think I'm like every other fan. I'm watching Bobby. Oh my goodness, Pierce on the move in the PDC. Does he have a... Oh, yes, he does.
Oh, he's got it. He's led 262 laps of this event and has never won it. Pierce 2 seconds, 2/3, and he is on the move from 24th. He's up to 8th. But right now,
You
Nick
see where he's at. Like you don't go looking for people, but as they go by you over and over, you start to pick up where certain people are, and you're like, well, it's not shocking. I mean, how many laps does he have there? Like, besides Farmer City and some of those other borings, like Bobby probably has more time there than anyone. So you're sitting there thinking he'll get into the top 10, top 5 would be awesome.
You know, as the track goes through transitions, you know, of course, they do track prep before the race starts, so it's gonna feel good in the beginning, but you gotta have a car that's good at the end if you're really gonna win.
I'm kind of watching the racetrack change, and I know what he can and can't do. So, you know, naturally I know he can blast the top. But there's a fine line on that place there. You know, if you blast the top and miss, the wall's going to eat you up. That wall is so tall right now. It really is.
Unwavering in car number 9. We go back to the Bobby Pierce watch. Dalton Wilson starting to challenge Brandon Shepherd and Bobby Pierce as well. Bobby Pierce trying to crack the top 7. He's trying to chase back down Dalton Wilson. He will down the back straightaway.
So I was trying to get him off of that, like the biggest part of it. So I give him a signal not to run the top, I guess what I'm trying to say. And when he started doing that, he started gaining some speed because he actually slowed down a little bit.
The smooth operator is on the hunt here on the 32. Down the front straightaway, Mike. He gets around Shepherd and at the line, Pierce from 24th to 6th, up 18 positions. 1 spot away from cracking the top 5 after starting 24th. 5th is Fager, and here comes the smooth operator. Bobby Pierce to his outside, off a corner, number 4. Bobby Pierce gonna take a bid for the top 5 at the line. He's right there, Mike.
Bobby Pierce on a mission at fall 43 to go.
Oh, and the top side's open.
I just think, again, I think it was, at that point, I think maybe he just needed to take a deep breath and realize, well, and maybe while you're in the car, the race is going a lot faster than it actually is. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm stationed in turn 4. I set up the start zone, lay the chalk lines, and then ham and egg it with our race director on start procedures if there's a violation, whatever. I am basically focused on the peripheral of 3 and 4 head motion. That's all I can do.
I was on the backstretch, and I saw him coming down the backstretch.
Got it to 4th. Bobby Pierce in the 32 from 24th up to 4th up 20 positions in the 32. Mike Spatola separates him and T-Mac. He'll go to the inside of Spatola!
I tried to check up. By that time, it was too late. He was kind of he was kind of coming down from that middle to bottom while I was shooting in there at too fast of a speed to get by T-Mac.
I look up and I literally watch the whole thing happen.
All I could see was his spoiler looping. And I'm like, oh no, because I'm like, you felt like he was gonna come to the front. There was no question he was gonna get there with 40 to go.
At first, you know, I felt like I looked like an idiot because we had a good car. Lots of time left to get there, and I ruined it.
Here we go, typical Prairie Classic. We're not gonna win this one either. I mean, it's just not our luck on this deal.
I have talked to Bobby on the racetrack inside the car several times. I've had all different levels of Bobby. So when he pulls up, I don't know what version I'm getting.
I'll be honest, a lot of times if I pull up to Maddie about something, I got something to bitch at or something, you know. I'm a little heated in the moment, but.
So when he pulls up, there's no tremor in the voice, there's no jitteriness, there's no shaking, there's nothing. It is as calm as can be, and it's...
My receiver's not working!
I think something's wrong with my receiver.
And he's like, what? Expecting I was gonna be raising hell for some reason, you know, like trying to get my spot back or whatever, you know, and I'm just like, yeah, like my receiver doesn't work, where do I go?
I remember getting on the radio and making a comment about how calm he was, and immediately right there I said, he's gonna win this race.
Long ways to go. He had 60 and 40 to go as he was tracking into the top 4. Holy smokes.
He did that in 60 laps. I mean, there's 40 left. I don't know if he can rally back. I don't know.
When he went to the back, it was like, oh, now we got the show again, you know? So it's like, as a promoter, you're like, all right, maybe this could play out.
Who saved what for the final 40 laps? It has been absolutely entertaining so far. And we're not done yet. We'll see if Pierce can charge back towards the front. So when he went back there, I'm thinking 24th to 4th would have been a great story, but there's no way this is going to happen. So.
40 laps goes, you know, it's like 100 is a long time, but 40 is not as long. You know, it's like less than a summer national race.
So we go to the back, and then I'm just driving on pure, not really, I was angry, but I was just driving on like motivation, like, okay, I'm at least gonna make a good points night out of it, because you know, it was points night. I'm at least gonna try to get a top 5, you know, make our night seem like it wasn't so bad.
I didn't think he would get there, but I know that he was gonna make it happen. You know, he was gonna make a show going out, however that was gonna transpire.
I was ready for Ricky to win the thing. You know, I mean, Ricky was up there. I was like, okay, Ricky's gonna win this. So yeah, you got to wonder if Ricky Thornton Jr. was kind of saving his stuff as well. When do you press it? When do you go? 40 times for the PDC 34th edition. Here we go off turn number 4. Thanks again, Illinois State Rifle Association and Bank of Pontiac.
I'm picking my way through there. We're actually rolling really good, and I get back in that top 5 range.
Oh my goodness, Bobby Pierce threw a big slide shot there on Cade Doty, went 3 wide with Alberson. A 32 also chucking through the field, and here comes the 20 RT of Ricky Thornton Jr. He gets around Fab.
And like, I know that I'm gonna need some cautions and stuff like that.
Ricky Thornton Jr. has the outside wide open as Marler runs the bottom. He'll try to reel him in down the front straightaway and take that position. And all of a sudden, Brian Shirley closing in on the 9 of Hoffman. Good battle there on purple vision between Moran. And a caution is out.
Yes.
Jason Fager on the front straightaway.
No for Jason Fager, but yes, a caution.
Next thing I know, caution comes out. And I'm just like, thank God, you know. So, and I actually had good luck in a sense this time because the cautions fell when I needed them to at the very end.
You know, everybody got strung out for a while and he wasn't really going anywhere, and the yellow would pop out. Okay, then he got a good run, everybody kind of regrouped, slowed down.
It is getting busy. The right rear on Fager seems to be relatively inflated, but clearly Fager aware of something else with the team, making sure that they can get that off.
Fager helped us on that one yellow when he had a flat, I think it was.
He had Ricky Thornton hit the wall, he broke.
Oh, he's going to take it in the infield. Thornton's done.
I brought the caution. I'm like, well, let's see where he was probably running, you know, up in the front. And now let's see where we're at on this restart. And I think by then that put me in 4th or 3rd or something.
And but next thing you know, it's like, shit, there's Bobby.
Holy cow, the 32 is back in this thing.
Look who's on the front row right behind your race leader.
Ruben, you ask him. I asked him last time.
Fairbury Speedway, how about Bobby Pierce?
That was the time where I said I legit have a legit chance. And if I can do it, you know, I was kind of nervous in the car because of just thinking of the possible outcomes of like, wow, you know, I never won this race. I screw up, went to the tail, I'm coming back through the field, and I'm looking at a legit chance to win this race.
His first PDC right in front of him. Mike, he's led 262 laps of the PDC and has never won 2 seconds, 2/3.
You know, people are turning around. Everybody's excited. They know what's going to go on here.
Shit, this may happen, you know. We talked to his father, Bob, on the bus. He said, I had all the luck. Things happened for me. All of a sudden, Ricky Thornton Jr. charging to the front. He brakes. The drive shaft comes out after the hard hit. Could that have been the brake that Bobby Pierce needed? He had bad luck early. What could slow him? What could possibly slow him down now, Ruben?
It's 5 to go with me and Hoffman. Like everyone knows, I think you could kind of sense the fight was between me and him.
And here we go.
5 to go in the PDC. Nick Hoffman going to lead him in turn number 1. Pierce going to go to the outside. Wilson on the inside. Down the back straightaway. Pierce. This is his opportunity to finally win the PDC. He'll go to the top side of turns 3 and 4. 4 laps to go, Mike.
Here comes Bobby Pierce. Nick Hoffman got to protect now. Bobby Pierce will drive it in high. Nick Hoffman through the bottom. They'll come back with 3 to go. Pierce and Hoffman for the Prairie Dirt Classic down the front straightaway. What a race.
Oh, it's going to be a challenge to hold off the 32. Nick Hoffman's been so good. Pierce has the outside open. He had momentum going into turn number 3 last time. He has that momentum built up again, but Hoffman's so good on the bottom. This time, Mike, just 2 laps to go.
You got to be careful now. 2 to go. We'll come back with the Barons. 1 to go. Nick Hoffman down to the bottom. Bobby Pierce got to collect himself. A big slider's coming. I don't care. At that point, for what I feel at Fairbury, I just get giddy at that point. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll let it happen.
I mean, the racing between them two was so good. It's just as good as it gets, man. It's the world of Outlaws. It's the PDC. I mean,
like Hoffman's putting up a great fight. Like he's hitting his marks. I feel like I'm driving the dog shit out of the car to do my best to catch him and pass him. And I'm just staying right there with him. I can't really do anything in the line he's running.
I knew he was going to blast the top, but it was getting so far out, and Nick was so good through the middle. I thought he was wasting his time. So I got a signal to tell him to kind of cut the corner off. Don't go all the way to the top.
But Nick took off so good out of 4 that it really pulled Bobby back a little bit. And I didn't think, honestly, once we got probably 5 to go, then 4 to go, at 3 to go, I just didn't think Bobby had enough to get him.
He wasn't that close. Like Nick was running a really good line off of 4, and he would get to him in the center, but Nick could pull, like he kept pulling him off the corner. So I just thought it was done.
He went to the outside in 1, held his own, but then he went to the bottom.
The one lap I went to the bottom, I showed my nose there, so he actually got lower. The next corner, like on corner exit, he was like, I think pinching the bottom.
And when he went to try to block that slider line, if I remember right, and Bobby just timed it perfect, and just, it was history.
Pierce gonna take the lead on the final lap off of corner number 4. He's led 262. He'll lead the final lap. He's a PDC champion. He's a PDC champion.
It's why we do this stupid stuff.
You know, the false cushion, you know, just had the magic in it.
To end in that dramatic fashion with the story of Bobby Pierce never winning that race at one of his local racetracks, and his dad won it 5 times. I mean, you can't, that's something that is written in a script, in a fairy tale.
That's stuff that gets replayed 20 years from now, like, remember when?
The team, the family, and the driver, obviously emotional. He gets to join his dad in the record book here.
That's the first time I've got emotional for a race, so. Yeah, it means everything. I don't know how that happened. Somebody above was helping us out there, I guess.
I don't know. The guy was upstairs, was like you said that night. Somebody was looking after us for sure. But I mean, I don't know. I think it's got to be all the way up, if not all the way to the top, because of it was so hard to get, and then the way he had to do it.
For him to win it in the fashion he won it, you can't ask for a better ending. I mean, a lot of people say it's probably one of the greatest races they've ever seen.
This has to be the #1 Prairie Dirt Classic race I've ever been to. I've been to 6 or 7 of them now, and it just, the story. If you are a dirt late model fan, you can't deny the fact that this is going down as one of the best stories in dirt late model racing.
Yeah, everything about it, the history, and I think I see that race getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, I don't see it stopping. I think they're gonna have to add some grandstands there or something, you know, but it's just right up there. And as far as races, races go that had dramatic stuff going on in that race, like we said, there's nothing that I've been a part of. There's nothing I've been a part of that's been that wild.
That's all you can ask for. And that's just the PDC. That's the mystique. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, that's why they come.
As far as the event, what's at stake, who it involved, what happened, it is the biggest stage, his race. It'll be hard to beat that.